The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that
he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Now, Golden State's starting five. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at 4. Kuminga out there with James Wiseman. And for Los Angeles, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Robert Covington out there with Duncan. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Thompson. And for those teams that suffered a harsh ending to last season, Greg, what are they feeling here on opening night?
I mean, motivated. You think about that kind of thing all summer, and the chance for retribution starts now.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Now Leonard shoots the three. The offensive rebound. Duncan kicks to George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Clippers. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. It's a three-point game. And by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
But it's always a marquee matchup on the schedule. I think it's going to be another fun set of games between them this year.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Despite playing in just 3 games in college, James Wiseman went second overall to Golden State in the 2020 draft. Look, here's a guy with limitless potential.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Green. Curry on the wing. 6 to shoot. Inside. Wiseman with a wide open look. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Here's Duncan. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Nice awareness from George. He just reads the D and makes a clever pass to an open teammate.
Curry against Jackson. Thompson left side. Kuminga with it. And Thompson kicks to Kuminga. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
George finds Duncan. Back to George. Over Thompson. The Clippers rebound. 3-pointer. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
These days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the Warriors with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. Thompson, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Man comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Different look here for the Warriors. Thompson, he's checked in for Wiseman. Moody comes in for Draymond Green. Wiggins is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry. Now, here's Poole. And it's Kuminga at the elbow. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And George, here we go. Here's Duncan. Pass to Zubats. Back to Duncan. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. Duncan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Now, here's Poole. Passes it to Moody. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to Duncan. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 16-6 run. Lob pass to Duncan. No good there. Warriors trailed by 10. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's Poole. Guarded closely. Back to Wiggins. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Tough hoop by Wiggins. I don't know if he makes that one his first couple of years in this league.
Jackson passes to Duncan. The shot. Again, Los Angeles.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Different look here for the Warriors. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Thompson. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. Thompson, he's checked in for Moody. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Jordan Poole. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Duncan is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Johnson in at point.
Good plan. Throwing it up to the rim. Wiseman will go get it.
Pass to Kennard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here's Leonard from 3. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 5 assists in the game. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. And it also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Now here's Curry. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one make.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
They get it again. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Wiggins. He's got 7. 1:07 left in the second quarter. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Leonard from 3. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Outside Curry. To stop the run. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him. He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Shoots it. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He has 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
That it's threatening to be. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, James Wiseman's out there with Kuminga. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
I love how fast Thompson gets his shot off. It's what makes him so good.
Outside, Covington. Duncan outside. Jackson in the corner. Back to Duncan. From inside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Duncan's got 12 in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Curry against Jackson. Releases. No good off the back of the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Thompson against Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they...
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Robert Covington. Mann subbed in for Leonard. Then for the Warriors, Thompson, he's checked in for Wiseman. Moody comes in for Draymond Green. And Poole subbed in for Klay Thompson. Curry's shot is off.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found the mark. It's been a good start.
All the officials are all over that.
The Warriors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
We're so fortunate to have so many versatile bigs in today's NBA, Chris, but of those bigs, who do you enjoy watching the most?
Oh, well, I love watching Jokic and Embiid. I mean, I've seen what those guys can do. Post up, step out, hit threes, control that corner action. They're able to carry their team.
Back to Curry. The three. And the Warriors miss again.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And George with the stuff.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Here's Thompson. Duncan with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
George against Thompson. Duncan, the pass to George. They get the rebound. Duncan kicks to George. Over Thompson. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers. Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Poole. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Poole. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris has checked in for Zubac. And it's Bruce Brown in for George. And the Warriors also making a change. Andrew Wiggins, who's checked in for Stephen Curry. Duncan left side. The pass to Mann. Duncan kicks to Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Poole, the pass to Thompson. And here is Moody. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The 3 from Poole. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Back to Duncan. Over in the corner, Brown. Duncan kicks to Brown. Back to Duncan. Jackson from long range. The Warriors pull it in. Moody's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Out to Thompson. Pass to Moody. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Duncan's got 18 points in the game.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Here's Thompson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. Bruce Brown is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Duncan in at the center. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, just going to work. Wiggins is punishing the defense for being soft anymore.
Duncan with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Robert Covington's checked in for Los Angeles. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in. Great player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
Duncan right side. Jackson from long range. Thompson with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And finished off by Wiseman.
Team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is uncovered, he finds it.
Leonard on the wing. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Wiseman with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the Clippers call time here.
And team strategy now, Klay Thompson being asked to take on more of a leadership role. And I tell you, boy, he has earned it.
You know, Greg, he's one of the longest tenured players with the same team. Funny guy, but he knows the game. Shared a locker with Wiseman.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. It's just a total team effort.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Bledsoe passes to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
Curry outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.
By 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
A familiar sight, the flow of traffic cutting through downtown Los Angeles. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Thanks for that. Here are the five for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Larry Nance. And for the Clippers, George and Leonard at the 2 and the 3. Then it's Jackson. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Tiny in at the 5 down low. And a couple of teams coming out scorching hot this season, Grant. How far can a hot start carry a team?
Well, some teams can ride a strong start throughout the whole season. I mean, it's just a huge mental boost for a team, particularly early on.
And Booker pulls it down. Phoenix with the ball. Pass to Ayton. Paul against Covington. Paul passes to Nance. Rebound by the Clippers. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Booker. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Second chance effort. Oh, Covington with a block.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently. This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Now here's Covington. Pass to Duncan. Oh, stolen by Nance. Booker can't get it to go.
Boy, when you think about Kawhi Leonard's career, one of the things that I'm always struck by is how he has been a model of efficiency. So smart when it comes to getting his shot and taking the right shots. Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Stolen by Ayton. Paul passes to Booker. Nance outside. Pass to Paul. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. You know, Doris, with Kawhi, the career numbers speak for themselves.
That's exactly right. A shade under 50% from the floor. In range to get to 40% from deep. No matter how you slice it, Kawhi is an efficient #1 option.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Paul finds Nance. To the inside. Booker. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Pass to Leonard. Inside. Here's Duncan. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. 6 points for him.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Jackson against Paul. 6 to shoot. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, this is an art Chris Paul mastered a long time ago. Scoring in the paint against the tightest defense.
And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Phoenix calls timeout. They come into this one having outplayed the Suns.
Absolute fits from range.
For the Clippers, Zubats. He's checked in for Covington. Man comes in for Leonard. And it's Brown in for Paul George. Now here's Payne. His last outing, he had 20. And he's going for the lob. Smith no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Brown. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
Here's Shamet. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Payne. Takes the three. That one doesn't drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's Brown. Got it. Good job in the low post.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Payne, the pass to Saric. Back to Payne. Smith outside. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. And the basket by Shamet.
Three-pointer.
Here's Jackson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Man. To the middle. Here's Duncan. He gets it up. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Grant, that's got to feel pretty special.
That's so true. I mean, to stick it out and get this organization back on the winning track, that's how legacies are made.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got even to Zubac. Bruce Brown is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Marcus Morris, and it's Tiny in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Thanks. Well, Tiny in their last game against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He ended up with 26 points, and that was just one element of his production. He ended up with a triple-double on the night. He had his handprint all over that game. Put up some big numbers. Guys, back to you.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Outside Payne. And no good. Brown with some nice D.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Puts up a 3. Counted from distance.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability.
At the line for your Clippers, Keon Johnson at the line for 1.
The free throw dropped for Johnson. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Down low. And Ayton with the stuff.
Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
Here's George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 6 from distance during the second quarter. Payne, the pass to Booker. From 13, connects. The jumper drops. Booker's got 6.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Yep, that one's good. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Kawhi Leonard, if you allow him to get to his spots, it's an easy score. In the painted area, that's easy money.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Booker. 6 points for him. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. The shot no good. Off his foot. The official saying it was kicked.
Substitution for the Suns, Cameron Johnson.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Turned out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And Grant, you played almost 2 decades in the league. What do you think some of the biggest highlights in your career were?
Really just, playing on some great teams with great players, the relationships, the experiences. I didn't win an NBA championship, but I am more than blessed with having an incredible 19-year career.
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. Larry Nance is out there with DeAndre Ayton. To the paint. The jump hook. Duncan, no good. The Suns trailing. Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. Clock at 6. And that one drops.
In this situation, Devin Booker on the catch will never hesitate.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Duncan. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
To the middle. Here's Nance. And Nance with the slam.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball. Boy, Devin Booker is just such an explosive force on the offensive end. He can take over a game each and every night he steps between the lines.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Phoenix Suns are enduring a renaissance. Big man DeAndre Ayton said, quote, "From starters to the bench players, this team is well balanced, and we compete. We challenge each other every day. To be honest, it's the best team I've ever been on throughout my career. Guys, they are confident."
That they are, Allie. Thanks.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Leonard defending. Pass to Paul. The 3 is up. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Boy, when Booker gets locked indoors, he's as deadly as they come in the NBA.
Well, the list of guys who've gone for a 70-point eruption is still very short. 20 points per game for almost the entirety of his career. This guy scores with ease. I don't care what defender you send it in.
And group out there. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Saric finds Payne. Now Saric. Outside Payne. 4 on the clock. And the Suns miss again.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Duncan. Brown with it. Here's Duncan, covered by Smith. Outside, Brown. Here's Duncan. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead. The Suns have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Payne against Brown. Payne pass to Saric. That shot missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Payne against Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 6 points.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Brown against Payne. Outside Johnson. Pass to Shamet. Just 5 to shoot. He hits the back iron and sinks it. He's got 5.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Brown passes to Zubac. Here's Duncan, covered by Smith. Got it.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And he lobs it up to the rim. It's tipped.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Duncan. Here's Mann from behind the arc. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding? And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Terrence Mann. Ivica Zubac out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Tiny in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Duncan, covered by Smith. And the layup falls. 22 points for him.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Phoenix is shooting just around 34% in this game so far. Pass to Šarić. That one no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. And here's Kennard. Inside. Here's Duncan. And that one is hammered home.
Well, you have to understand what the defense is doing. If they give you an opportunity to set up a teammate, Luke Kennard will take it.
Payne, the pass to Šarić. Back to Payne. Smith outside. Down low. Here's Šarić. The rebound by Duncan.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
On the wing man. Three-pointer.
Foul Clippers. That's his first personal foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Paul passes to Booker. Outside Johnson. Here's a three from Paul. Hits the three-pointer. Paul's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, over the years, Chris Paul has been such an efficient three-point shooter. He stretches the floor. You've got to honor his ability to shoot it with range.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Ayton with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Clippers.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up. Gotta give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
41 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Booker. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, this guy's operating like a 10-year vet. Booker making all the right decisions almost immediately.
Oh, rejected by Ayton. Pass to Paul. Releases from 15. Here's Šarić. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Here's Duncan. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate.
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our side. Robert Covington out there at Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. For teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge.
Sure can, and just getting on the same page takes some time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will help you do that.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Leonard against Starks. That one, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard on the wing. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Houston ball.
Now the Rockets with it. Now here's Wall. Here's Wood. And here is Green. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Duncan. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game.
That may not be his first choice, but Kawhi's not going to pass it up if it's there for him. Good decision to take the quick jumper off the catch.
Back to Wall. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Wood. Duncan with the block. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Leonard draws the double. Jackson has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Garuba, defended by Covington. 5 on the clock. Green against Covington. Green, the pass to Garuba. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Rockets.
Here's Starks. Tries again.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Jackson. Starks with the rebound. Rockets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. They get it again. Garuba the pass to Wood. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Green outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Green's got 5 now.
Really a smart look that time by Wood, giving the ball up to his wide-open teammate.
Inside.
2 minutes remaining.
And Duncan throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that Los Angeles squad.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Mann comes in for Leonard. And it's Brown in for Paul George.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Mann. Nice to the hoop. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Porter. Tice kicks to Miles. From down in the low post, it goes.
Daniel Tice.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Pass to Mann. Duncan against Martin. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Now, here's Miles. Coming in off a 10-point game, his last outing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Martin on the wing. Zubac's defending. Duncan with the block. Now Jackson. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Green kicks to Starks. Outside, Wall. Puts it up from 12. The Rockets again can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
So on the floor for Houston, the backcourt made up of Wall and Green. Then there's Starks. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Garuba. And at the power forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tiny in the last game against the Suns was outstanding. He finished with 32 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Covington against Wall. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
There's 48 seconds left here in the second. The tricky little pass fake there, working well.
When it comes to the jump shot and jump shooting, I think this is Wall's most natural range, right in this area.
Duncan, and Garuba pulls it down. Here's Green, and Covington sends it back.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
To the paint, Starks with the steal.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
On the wing, George. No good on the last second attempt there.
Boy, excellent coverage that time by Wood. His length and speed make him hard to get around.
Kawhi left different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Third quarter action getting going right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Duncan is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jackson in at the 1. Ball against Jackson. Shot from the low block. Duncan with the block. Outside Leonard. To the inside. Well, we've seen mid-range jumpers lose favor, but Clark, it seems like the floater is on the rise.
Kevin, it's a must-have shot in today's game because of the lane being open as much as it is, the way the game is officiated, where you can drive it and create foul situations. Smaller guys that get in the lane have to have a shot that can avoid taller defenders, and the floater is that shot.
Marcus Morris has checked in for Robert Covington. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games, playoffs too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
How many times have we seen a possession to take that from them today?
And officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor. Maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
One area where Wood does a lot of the damage is in the screen game.
Yeah, he's done a really good job understanding how to roll into scoring opportunities. He can pop out and hit the 20-footer as well, and these are the big man skills that teams are looking for in the way the game is played today.
Duncan with the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Outside Wall. From the baseline. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Mann, guarded by Porter, the 10-footer. Here's Duncan, and he uses the glass on the layup. Duncan's got 8 here in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Wall's shot is off.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Starts the pass to Wall. Buries the long-range jumper. Wall's got 5 now.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Outside Porter. Wall against Jackson. Wall passes to Wood. And a rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Duncan down low. Tice is there. Brown feeling it out a bit. Down low. It's stolen by Tice. Taking a look at the Rockets. And the wings, Green and Tate. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Garuba in at the 4. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Good. Duncan's got 12 points in just the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Bucket is good. 24 points for Duncan. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
4 on the shot clock. Pass to Green from deep. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 11 rebounds in the game.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Tice finds Tate. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
2 minutes.
Kennard, the pass to Brown. Shoots from the right block, and Duncan finishes inside. Duncan's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Up top, Tice, covered by Duncan. Tate with the ball. Covington's there. Tate, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And guys, when you're going head-to-head against someone 4 times over the course of a season, it's a great feeling to snatch that first one. Good in-game adjustments tonight against Houston.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Duncan.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Shots good by Green.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Los Angeles.
To the middle, here's Duncan. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Covington dishes to Duncan. Shakes him, and he sinks the layup. Duncan's got 34 points.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Brown outside. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And the second free throw, good. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it.
Sports Crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next. Coming up next, the Spurs taking on the Clippers. For the Spurs, they know each game presents a test of physical endurance, of mental focus, and their ability to match up against any style of play. And that challenge is right ahead. Clippers, Spurs, only here on 2K Sports. Special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. And the Clippers starting 5. The guard spots filled by Jackson and Melvin Johnson is out there with Anderson.
Here we go.
And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, Kevin, you know, when you've got experienced players on the court, then you typically have a composed team. And that means that you won't see either team really get rattled. And I think because both teams have great experience, we're going to have a hard-fought, competitive matchup where neither team really is flustered at all.
Greg, not the first time MP's been named Player of the Week. He's really caught fire.
I don't think anyone in the league has been more locked in. This guy's producing at an elite level.
Jackson misses. Here's San Antonio now. Here's Anderson, and blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Pass to Duncan. Over Anderson. And Duncan gets it to go in. Duncan's got his second bucket tonight.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can
do. Here's Pirtle. Back to Murray. Over Duncan. And there's Murray on the assist by Pirtle.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
And in the past, Murray's coaches have said he wants to be pushed.
He's a tough kid who's overcome a ton. Takes nothing for granted, wants to earn his keep. He understands what a privilege it is to play in this league.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Houston. And here is Murray. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Can't hit that one. Good D by Covington. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Duncan, the pass to Jackson. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Covington against Anderson. Leonard with the steal. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's George on the wing, defended by Pirtle. Here's Duncan, uses the glass to finish the layup. Duncan's got 8 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside, White. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Duncan with the block. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Mann comes in for George. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Johnson. There's 1:40 left to play here in the first. Leonard looking around. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
And the dunk by Duncan.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Passes to Vassell. Now here's Melodon. And there's the pass to De La Rosa. Shot clock at 6. Duncan with the block. Leonard the pass to Duncan. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
The Spurs making a switch here. Pasenko's checked in. Now here's Jackson. Here's Duncan. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Maladon after the made shot from Duncan. Jackson comes over with the double. To the left side wing. There's the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13 on the floor. A different look for the Clippers. The guard pair, Murray and White. Anderson is out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Pirtle in at the center. It's the San Antonio 5. Another shot. Duncan can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Johnson against White. Pass to Pirtle. Johnson outside. A three ball. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Duncan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's recording from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tiny in the last game against the Rockets was outstanding. He had 35 points, and his rebounding and defense were certainly both factors. He brought a ton of energy out there. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And the NBA shifting the rules. We're seeing record-setting scoring. But, Clark, some think the officiating has shifted too far in the offense's favor. What do you think?
Well, I can certainly understand that sentiment, Kevin. It has created a circumstance where the offense does have the upper hand. That's always been the case, but it's tilted more so that way. But I think it's good for the game. Basketball is a contact game, but it's not a wrestling match. So I don't have a problem with the way the game was officiated as it is right now.
Here's Covington. Good D by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Spurs. They trail by 9 points. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
He gets that one. 14 points for Duncan.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Johnson outside. Duncan with the block, and they'll keep possession. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Here's Duncan. The dish out to Covington. Outside for George. Here's Duncan. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Boy, that 7-foot frame of Pirtle, guys, really helps.
What can you say? Tiny and impressive effort here today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Duncan. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle. Positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Murray against Jackson. Here's Pirtle, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in.
Boy, Pirtle is a massive guy, somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
Here's Duncan, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Kyle Anderson. The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line, so those numbers are always going to be positive.
Murray outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the Spurs making a change here. Vasenko's checked in. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Clippers ball.
Now it up. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. George finds Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Murray looking around. Over Kennard. And just miss after miss right now. And so it's Los Angeles. Up by a dozen.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The guard pair, Murray and White. Keldon Johnson is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Bagley in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. Anderson kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. White. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Mann's checked in for Los Angeles.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Duncan inside. Working on Bagley. And the dunk by Duncan.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Murray on the money from 12 feet away.
You know, that's a shot some teams are willing to give Murray. The more he knocks it down, the more dangerous he'll become.
Here's Mann. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Spurs trailed by 13. Murray outside. Kennard against Johnson. Pass to Bagley. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Bagley. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Man gets the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Murray. Plays it up and banks it in.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Kennard, the pass to Duncan. Makes it off the glass. Duncan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Great players. White finds Murray. Back to White. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Spurs head athletic trainer. He said that he's in a lot of pain right now, and he...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah!
What a play!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Spurs.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Duncan.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Melodon. Collins kicks to McDermott. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Doug McDermott, a solid teammate because he embraces whatever his team asks of him, and he's a consistent perimeter threat.
And McDermott drops them both. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Stolen. There's the pass to Primo. Duncan with the block. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Primo. Now here's Melodon. Over to the wing. Here's Primo. No good on that one. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just...
And we'll see you next time.